A challenging economy can mean extra anxiety in our lives. So what is the best way to deal with it? Jenny Bair is an educator and co-founder of Living Well Health and Wellness Center, and she's here to share some practical tips on how women can combat stress. Okay, Jenny, everybody I know is all stressed out all the time,
Right.
from family to friends to work to just stuff. First of all, define with us, what is stress?
Okay, what a great question. Stress is really how each person responds and their perception to all these crazy things that we call life, all these experiences that happen in life to us. And so when you're thinking about perception, most of us put stress into one big category. But really there are two categories of stress, eustress and distress. So eustress is like when you're going to get married, have a baby, build a house.
That's good stuff,
Right,
distress.
Right, and distress is when you lose your job or you can't pay your bills on time. And so actually stress manifests in all different areas, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, relationally, organizationally. Clutter starts to build up.
Ooh.
And if you're not careful, you know, you can create conditions like IBS, heart attacks, hypertension, headaches.
So all these things can affect your body.
Definitely.
Right? And for women, what are some of the major sources of stress?
This is a great question. This is easy. Not saying no enough, not creating solid boundaries. So overcommitting, under-delegating, not valuing themselves.
Okay, now, you know, a lot of us, because you talked about, you know, stress. I know earlier we talked about this. Stress can be so powerful to your mind, the
Right.
way you think. Sometimes we just stress ourselves out without
Right.
even the circumstances. So how can we reduce those anxieties and those pressures that sometimes we just put on ourselves?
Right, great. So one thing that you have to do is you have to notice, what are you telling yourself? So if you're telling yourself, I'm so stressed, I'm so busy, I don't have enough time for myself, then that's exactly what you create. So you want to reframe that. I can do this. I can make this happen. I can take action.
Right.
And one way to do that is to create an I am notebook. And
I love that I am notebook.
I know. Here's an example of one right here.
Right.
And so you bathe yourself mentally every day, 1 to 3 times, with all the positive affirmations to keep you going in a good direction.
Right. And then you also talk about just kind of reframing your negative thoughts, those overwhelming things that we continue to put on ourselves. You know, a lot of times, you know, with this I am notebook,
Right.
I think when you write down something positive and you read it every day, it just
Right.
does something for your soul.
It
right?
does. Because it helps you create your reality for that day instead of living in the negative.
Wow. Okay, so let's talk about getting organized here, because I know when everything is out of order for me, I get crazy stressed
Right.
out. So how can we best, give us some tips on how we can best organize our lives?
Okay, there are so many, but let's just do 3 today.
Right.
Okay, I would start with a hot mom file.
Hot mom file.
Hot mom file.
I like
'cause you
the
need
way
to
that sounds.
Yeah, you need to remember that you're hot. And this is where all the action happens. So all the incoming papers that everybody brings into the household, this is where they live, so you can refer back to them easily and you know where they're at. Secondly, you want to create a faux mudroom. So the door that you use to go in and out of the household, this is where the backpacks, the computer bags, the purses, the keys.
That's
so
the
you
stuff
can-
that drives me
Right.
crazy.
Grab and go and get out of the house.
All right, perfect.
Okay, and also you may want to create a family schedule. And I call it Strategizing Sunday. Take half an hour to an hour to figure out the pickups, the drop-offs, the activities, the meals, so you don't have to hear your kids go, what are we having for dinner tonight? Because they already know.
You say, look at our
Right,
schedule.
exactly.
And it's there. And then that puts everybody on the same page
Right,
for the
exactly.
week. And you know, one of the things you gave me, which was great advice, was having that one day where I just totally organize so I can put the schedule together so everyone can follow it.
That's self-care day.
Okay, so that's coming up in our next one.
Yes.
Because chaos. School is about to start. It's, you know, almost fall. Things get really crazy trying to
Right.
get all the kids to soccer and ballet lessons and football practices. How do we reduce chaos in our homes?
Okay, I think it has to start with the leaders in the homes. So for example, when your spouse comes home, take 15 to 20 minutes kid-free and just reconnect before you have to go on to second shift of dealing with the rest of the night.
Yeah, because sometimes me and Emma are
Right.
like,
We're passing in the night.
exactly.
And then the second thing is you want to have a date night where you can reconnect and have fun and have a little intimacy. And then
Just a little something.
Just a little something. And then business date night is where you deal with all the boring logistics of the household, like finances, when are we going to organize the garage, when are we going to do the yard work, that type of thing.
Wow. So it kind of goes back to Treasure You, having taking time for your spouse and your family and
Exactly.
yourself. And I love what you all are doing at Living Well. I cannot wait to go to that de-stress happy hour that you have planned.
It's going to be fun.
Tell our viewers about that. I think it's going to be fun.
Okay, so we wanted to offer something affordable for people to decompress at the end of the week. So we're going to have chair massage and acupuncture. So bring your girlfriend or bring your spouse before you go out to date night.
And you have discount for GMT
yes,
viewers real quick?
definitely discounts.
All right. So for more details on the de-stress happy hour and smart tips from Jenny on reducing stress and creating balance in your life, visit my website at treasureyou.org. And don't forget to treasure you this week.